Hey, Peep Schools. Um, Long time no see. I've been pretty busy, as you can probably imagine. I mean, this whole last week, I've spent a few days in Leeds with my boyfriends, and one of them came back with me when I came back home, and spent until this morning with me. So I've not really had much chance to upload videos. I mean, I managed to do it on Thursday night. On bigender.net channel, but I haven't been able to get on since. So, what's been happening? Well, yesterday, I went in for my very first therapist appointment, which was fantastic. I wasn't really sure about it because the letter, I mean, my first appointment was supposed to be for for last month, September, but it got canceled because they were short on staff. So it was rescheduled for yesterday, and I wasn't really sure about it because I tried. The letter said it was consultant Dr. Raymond, um, and I looked online for this consultant's name and did a search on the NHS websites and on a standard one on Google, and I couldn't find this guy's name. So I was kind of worried. I'm like, because I wanted to know how much of transgender experience this consultant had. Well, I went in yesterday. My boyfriend came with me. He sat out he stayed out in the waiting room while I talked to the doctor. And it wasn't Dr. Raymond, the consultant. It was a therapist whose name was Dr. Costa. And Dr. Costa was very nice. He asked me the standard questions. What are you hoping to get out of therapy? How long? I told him, I said, well, I'm transgendered, bigendered to be exact, and I want to take hormones to give myself a more masculine appearance. And he said, well, why do you say that you are bigendered? And I told him, after me asking a few questions to him, I realized that he thought that I meant that I was, he thought that I meant that I was intergender, having secondary, my sexual organs being both male and female, which I very quickly set him right on that. I said, no, I said, bigender is similar to transsexual. I said, only where transsexuals want to go, are the complete opposite gender from their biological gender. Bigendered people are both male and female. So he actually, he turned his computer on and searched for it and found the bigendered article on Wikipedia, of all things. So he caught up very quickly. But he asked me, what I hope to get out of hormones, and if I knew what the side effects were of hormones. And I gave him the list of side effects of testosterone, and I gave him all the good the good side effects, or what I consider to be the good side effects, as well as the negative side effects, which is increased rate for heart disease and such like that. And he said, do you want these things to happen? I said, well, yeah. I said, except for the heart disease thing. I would love the male hair patterning, the redistribution of body fat, the deepening of the voice, and so on. So he asked me other questions about how often I'm in male mode, how often I'm in female mode, when I present as each, what I do, how I address, how I behave, which I answered all honestly. In therapy, the best thing to do is to be honest, because if you're dishonest, they will catch you out. But yeah, then we got a bit into my background history, my past, both failed marriages to controlling men, um, and things like, my life as how I was as a kid in school, teenager, how I felt about myself and my identity growing up, um, and all that. And we got a bit on there. I mean, I was only in there for an hour, so he didn't quite get as far as he wanted to. So he told me he wants me to come back in a month for another session, which is fine. And then, so next month, I should be getting the appointment letter through soon. So I go in again in a month, and he told me yesterday, he said that he's hoping he's going to talk with his consultant, with Dr. Raymond, sometime before my next appointment, and hopefully he'll have a good idea of who to refer me to, because he's not a specialist. He's like the waypoint. He gives the general diagnosis. Basically, he's the one who talks to you and says, yeah, you're transgender. And then he moves you on to the next therapist, which will be, hopefully, a gender specialist. And I talked to him, I told him, I said, well, so my main concern, I said, is that you guys are going to make me go to Leeds or London, gender identity clinic, I said, just to get hormones. I told him, I said, in the States, I said, they have what's called informed consent. I said, a lot of people that I know have gone the informed consent route in the States, and it makes it a lot easier. They get everything done locally. And he told, I said, my main concern is that, I can't go to Leeds, I can't go to London, being a single parent, because, my son's at school. And I have no babysitter, so I'm kind of stuck. The only way I can go to Leeds or London gender identity clinics is during when my son's off on respite care, which is only 48 hours each month, which isn't much. And he actually totally agreed with me. He said, no, he said, we want to make this easy for you. We want to make sure that you can get the treatment that you want and need easily. So he's going to try to make everything local as much as he can. So the gender therapist is going to be, he said he's hoping to find one in Runcorn, which is just across the bridge. It's to get to Runcorn on the bus it'll take me about an hour, or about 20 minutes via taxi, 20-30 minutes via taxi tops. So not too bad. I can easily get over to Runcorn and back while my son's in school. So that's not a problem. But yeah, I'm really excited about this because things are finally moving. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be seeing this gender therapist before I get put on hormones. We'll see. They're still really big on the procedures here. Living so long in real life experience and therapy for so long and all that before you actually get the treatment. But I'm hoping I can talk them into speeding things up a bit. I'm not getting any younger. But anyway, that's it for me for this week. I'll try to update a bit more as we go. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to move my update days to Wednesdays now. I might just keep it on Fridays, and if on the weeks where I have my therapy, I'll try to do a video instead of Friday. I'll do it the day of or the day after my therapy. So, but yeah. Anyway, just keep in touch. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you want to share what you went through at the beginning of your transition, please feel free, video response, comments, whatever. I love them all. But anyway, yep, that's it. Look for me tomorrow on bigender.net collab channel. Until then, see you later.